10 joules of pure light energy concentrated into 1 square centimetre of skin. That's enough power to trigger a cascade of cellular changes that literally rebuilds the skin from the inside out. To put that into perspective, if you took 200 of the leading LED masks available on the market today and then stacked their power output together, you still wouldn't come close to what this one device can put out in one single pulse. But what is this? This is the DermRays Revive 1064 nanometer super pulse laser. Now, I've been testing out home use skincare devices for the last 5 years, and I love when I see numbers like this. Because let's be honest here, most home use devices are playing in the kiddie pool of power output. We're talking 0.05 joules of power output per square centimetre for the average LED mask. Even the LYMA laser, which costs literally thousands to buy, has an energy density 100 times lower than this beauty. The DermRays Revive is operating at an impressive 10 joules per square centimetre, and when you compare this to the LYMA laser or LED masks, this isn't a candle, it's a spotlight. So over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how this technology works, why these numbers matter, and most importantly, why this is important for the future of home skincare devices. Okay, real talk. Your skin ages in ways that you can't see. After the age of 20, you lose approximately 1% of your collagen year on year. By 50, that's roughly 30% of your collagen gone. But it's not just about having less collagen. The quality of the remaining collagen, well, that changes too. I want you to think of collagen as being the scaffolding that keeps your skin nice and firm. Over time, due to weathering, environmental factors, everything that's kind of thrown at and within the skin results in this scaffolding becoming fragmented and disorganized. So the cells that make collagen, which are called fibroblasts, slow down dramatically, and a process that used to take 28 days now takes 40 days to achieve. These cells are like tiny factories, and their power plants, called mitochondria, become less efficient. Their quality control systems basically start failing, and then the production line of skin cell renewal slows down to a crawl. The thick middle layer of your skin, or your dermis, this gets thinner by 20% every decade. Even your facial bones lose density. And the facial fat pads that give your skin its youthful volume, well, these start to shrink and redisperse themselves into places that you don't really want fat. But while all of this is going on, you can actually use the body's own repair mechanisms to kind of reverse a lot of these visible signs of aging. Not so much the bone density problem, but more so with the skin cell renewal and the collagen production. Enter the DermRays Revive laser. Now, if you're not familiar with home use skincare lasers, there are a lot available on the market. Some of them are fractional, some of them are diode, some of them are YAG, some of them work on 808 nanometers, some of them work on 1064 like this one right here. But how exactly does this device work? Basically, this device works through precise temperature control. While the surface of your skin stays cool at around about 18 degrees Celsius, which is approximately 64 degrees Fahrenheit, this laser is able to heat the deeper layers of the skin where the collagen production factories are all hanging out to exactly 65 degrees Celsius, which is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. And this temperature difference is crucial. It's warm enough to stimulate collagen production, but it's not hot enough to cause any damage. Now, when the laser energy from this device is delivered into the dermis, it triggers heat shock proteins, your skin's natural repair system. And these proteins act like cellular architects, directing the repair and rebuilding of your skin structure. So basically, this laser creates zones of activity within the dermis where your skin cells are going to change their behavior, basically by producing new collagen in patterns that matches younger skin. Now, unlike fractional lasers that create tiny injury points, this device delivers its energy evenly. Each pulse overlaps the previous one by around about 50%, ensuring that no spots are missed. And there's no guesswork involved in this. This device has got 4 contact points, which are going to guarantee that you are getting 10 joules of energy every single time. No hot spots and no weak spots. It's pretty damn impressive. Okay, so when we're looking at the cellular response timeline, the transformation follows precise biological markers. Within the first 48 hours, heat shock proteins are activated, and these proteins trigger a controlled cellular stress response, stimulating repair mechanisms while protecting cellular integrity. Inflammatory mediators increase briefly, which are going to promote healing instead of damage. Next up, we have got neocollagenesis, which begins at around about 2 weeks after a treatment. This is when fibroblasts begin producing new collagen, while secreting matrix metalloproteinasis, which is going to help to clear those damaged fibers away. And it's this simultaneous production and cleanup that allows for optimal fiber organization. Now, week 4 marks the onset of organized collagen production. The new fibers align in regular patterns, creating stronger structural support. And clinical data of this device shows a 47% increase and improvement of collagen by this stage. But the real magic happens at the 3-month mark, which is when you are going to see peak transformation. See, the 67% increase in collagen density accompanies a 43% increase in elastin production. The dermal epidermal junction shows enhanced undulation, those crucial finger-like projections that characterize youthful skin before reforming. And then, of course, the glycosaminoglycan content, which is that moisturizing agent within the skin, can rise by up to 35%, substantially improving skin tissue moisture retention. Whew. That is a lot of benefit. But obviously, to enjoy the most of those benefits, you're going to want to know how to follow the best treatment protocol. Basically, by understanding how your skin responds to energy, it's going to help you maximize your results. Each time the laser passes over your skin, it creates what we call a thermal reset point. And multiple passes in the same area build up the energy gradually, triggering collagen production without overwhelming your skin's repair capacity. Now, the first 2 weeks are critical when it comes to training your skin and helping it adjust to the energy output of this device. You're going to want to start at level 1, which is going to give you 5 joules of energy. This is half the output of level 3, which is the maximum output. Now, it's easy to think that you could jump in at level 3 and you're going to get maximum results super fast. But here's the thing, if your skin's not accustomed to this kind of treatment, you need to allow your skin's repair proteins to build up gradually. Think of it like training for a marathon. You don't start with a 26-mile run. Your skin, it needs time to build up its response capacity. By weeks 3 to 5, your skin is ready for level 2, which is going to give you 7 joules of energy. And clinical studies have shown that skin that is prepared this way by stepping up from level 1 to a level 2 responds 23% better than skin that's hit with a level 3 immediately from the get-go. And also, when treating your face, direction matters. Your skin has got natural tension lines, which are called Langer's lines. And following these lines with this device helps create better collagen remodeling. So it's probably already clear that to get the best results out of this device, it's all about using proper technique and timing. So I'm going to guide you through how I use this device, what I do before a treatment, and then what I do afterwards to kind of maximize the results that I'm going to see. So before you go ahead with a treatment, you want to make sure that your skin is nice and clean. This means that it is free from makeup, from sunscreen, and from oil. Now, once you finish washing your face, you're going to want to pat your skin completely dry, because this device is attracted to the water molecules in the skin. If you've got water on the surface of the skin, you're going to be drawing that energy to the surface, which means that a lot of that energy isn't going to reach the right layers where the collagen production and the fibroblasts are. And it can also cause a bit of discomfort. So to turn the device on, we're going to push and hold the power button for 2 seconds. And then once the device powers up, it's just going to run a quick diagnostic test. Now at this point, the cooling system activates immediately. And then all you're going to want to do is select your power level. Now to do this, a quick press of the power button, level 2, level 3. Now remember, you're going to want to use level 1 for the first 2 weeks. This is going to give you 5 joules of energy per centimetre square. Then for weeks 3 through to 5, you're going to use level 2, which is going to deliver 7 joules of energy. And then for the treatments following this, you're going to go up to a level 3. And as I've already said, this is 10 joules of energy per centimetre square. Now, when it comes to treating your skin with this device, you can break your face down into treatment zones or a treatment map. And each of these zones is going to require a slightly different technique. So the forehead zone, what we're going to be doing is working in horizontal rows. Now you're going to want to apply slight pressure for better contact, and on average you're looking at 3 to 4 passes on your most prominent expression lines. Now you're going to want to cover each area twice at a minimum, and it's going to take around about 2 to 3 minutes to do the entire forehead. Now most people find that above the brows there's going to be some extra deep lines and wrinkles. This is from normal expressions, unless you're like me and you like to get your forehead frozen with a little bit of Botox. But if you are one of those au naturel people and you are toxin free from your forehead, and you're looking at taking care of the more static lines and wrinkles, not the ones caused by expressions like that appear when you raise your brows, but those that are there while at rest, you can go over those lines an extra once or twice just to kind of give them a really good working out. Now once you've done the forehead, we're going to move on to the cheek area. Now the best way to take care of your cheeks is to start from the nose and move outwards and follow the natural contours as they head upwards. So you're basically going to be sweeping or stamping from the side of the nose, and you're going to work your way outwards up over the cheekbone and then slightly up towards the temple. Now you're going to do this overlapping 50% both horizontally and vertically as you make your way down the face. Once you reach the nasolabial folds, now for some people, especially those in their 40s and 50s, the nasolabial folds can be particularly pronounced, which means that they're going to benefit from a little bit of an extra working out. Now, while normally you would be following like 2 to 3 passes over normal areas of the face, on the nasolabials, you can go up to 6 times over them in one session. This is really going to maximize the kind of thermal damage that they experience, boost that heat shock protein, and really get them kind of lifted and softened out over the following weeks and months. Now again, you're going to want to ensure that there's a 50% overlap between each of the treatment spots, and this is going to take around about 3 to 4 minutes per side, including your nasolabials. After the cheeks, we have the under eye area, and we're going to be avoiding the orbital bone here. So what we're going to be doing is using really gentle pressure. We're going to do a single pass only, and we're going to keep the device moving steadily, and it's not going to take more than around about 30 seconds to a minute per side. Then finally we have the jawline. Now the jawline, we're going to work from the center of the chin outwards and up to the ear, and we're going to use slight lifting motions as we go. Now what I like to do is I move out from the chin, and as I approach the jowl area, I will slowly start to work up to the commissures of the mouth. This is where the jowls tend to be the heaviest, carry the most weight, and is what causes them to start dropping and sagging. So by stimulating the collagen production in this area, boosting that elastin, we're going to be able to elevate these, tighten them up and keep them in position so that they're not hanging like mutton chops. Then once you've done your focus on the jowl, you just carry on going along the jawbone and make your way up to the ear zone. Now this again takes around about 2 to 3 minutes per side. And then lastly, what I like to do is I like to finish off under my chin, just to make sure that the old gobbler is kind of nice and tight and firm. And then I will quickly move up and then just do above the lip and around the corners of the mouth. And that's pretty much me done. But like I said earlier, knowing how to use the device with the proper protocols is only half of the picture, and following the correct treatment schedule is going to make sure that your results are on par with what you would receive in a clinic. How often do you use the DermRays Revive laser? For the first 2 weeks, you're going to be using it 3 to 4 times a week. You're going to want to have it on level 1 only, so that's going to be 5 joules per centimetre square. And on average, you're looking at between 10 to 15 minutes per treatment session for the entire face. And it's really important that you make sure you leave 24 hours between each of the sessions. Then from weeks 3 to 5, you're looking at doing between 2 and 3 treatments per week. We're going to up the power level to the level 2, which is 7 joules per centimetre square. Again, you're looking at between 10 and 15 minutes per full face treatment. And then from week 6 onwards, we are moving into maintenance mode. Now, maintenance mode is really important as it ensures that the collagen that you've generated isn't getting broken down too often, because what this is going to result in is the face looking deflated and flat. You need the collagen to have a chance to kind of get a grip, to develop, to mature, to become type 1 collagen. Once you've got that type 1 collagen in place, it's nice and fresh and strong. It's not really going to be impacted by the heat. The heat is really going for those older and weaker collagen strands. The maintenance phase from week 6 onwards, we're going to be using this device once a week. It's going to be on a level 3, which is 10 joules per centimetre square. You're going to do a full face treatment as you normally would do, but you're going to pay extra attention to your problem areas. So this could be your nasolabial folds, this could be deeper lines and wrinkles on your forehead, your crow's feet, anywhere where you've got particularly stubborn lines and wrinkles, you feel that the skin is a little bit looser than it could be, you need a little bit more elastin. Any of those areas, you're going to focus your treatment sessions on that. So full face treatment, then give yourself an extra 5 minutes just really to work on those problem zones. So to see if the DermRays Revive laser does actually deliver any real tangible results that you can see with your own eyes, I guess the best way to do that is with a before and after. Now, I have been using this device exclusively for the last 6 weeks. I have removed all other devices from my treatment protocol and have been focusing solely on this laser device. It has now been 6 weeks since I started using it, and this is what my skin looks like now, obviously. But to understand whether it's actually worked, you need to compare it to what my skin was like just before I started using it. Now, my skin is pretty decent for someone who's 43 years old, because I've really been working on it over the last 4 to 5 years with home use devices. But so you can see for yourself whether this really is worth all of the hype and the cost. This is me at the very start of using this device. I'm using exactly the same lighting, I'm sat in the same position, in the same location, so I've tried to keep things as identical as possible between the settings of the room and everything, just to make sure that what you're seeing is an accurate representation of the results. Obviously, this is me now. Personally, I feel like the results over these 6 weeks are subtle, but they are definitely there. And in the grand scheme of things, at 6 weeks, it's still very early days. So having visible results that I can actually see and feel myself is really promising. My skin is absolutely bouncier. It's firmer and it looks more alive. It's literally drinking up my topical products so much better. My pores look visibly reduced, and better yet, I've had 0 side effects or issues. It's FDA cleared, it comes loaded with loads of inbuilt safety functions that prevent from any burns or damage to the skin. And it is so easy to incorporate into your skincare routine, and like literally after 6 weeks, you're only going to be using it once a week. I was sold after the first couple of uses of this, and I think you will be too. And that's about it for this video. So if you've got any questions about the DermRays Revive laser, or the kinds of tools and topicals you can combine it with to maximize your results, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below, which is now open. Links and discount codes are available in the description box. Also going to pin them as the top comment so that you can find it super easily, which hopefully is going to help you take control of your skincare journey yourself in the comfort of your own home like a pro. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I hope that your day is as spectacular as you are. You have an amazing week ahead of you. So until then, TJ over and out.